What's happening, guys? Today I want to talk to you guys about dieting and adherence. The things that keep me most on track when I'm dieting, and I find that help me the most through my 5 to 6 years of experience with actually tracking calories and trying to diet down for competitions. What has helped me the most? So I'm going to go over that with you guys. Obviously, if you're trying to diet down, it can be very difficult, especially because not all of us are dieting, and not all of us are dieting and sitting at home all day. We all have a life that can't go on hold. Our life can't, it's not going to just freeze in place while we try to diet and focus on just that. If that was the case, it'd be easy. We all have to go to work. We have school, kids, this and that, responsibilities. That can make it hard to adhere to your diet. I mean, I know it makes it hard for me when I have to go to work and I have to still train and still do my best to bring a positive attitude, especially when I'm in a social situation. So I find that rather than just trying to conjure up sheer willpower, which we all have willpower, but those willpowers, Lane Norton even said this in one of his videos and I really liked it. You don't have willpower for multiple different things. It all comes from one place. Like, you don't have willpower for your job, willpower for your diet, willpower for your relationship, willpower for anything. It all comes from one place, and then at some point you're gonna crack. You're not gonna be able to take it anymore. Dieting, most people don't realize that dieting is very, very emotional. It's so much more emotional than people think. Say you're getting physically stressed out from your diet, trying to adhere to your diet. Weeks and weeks and weeks go by, and as these weeks and weeks and weeks go by, your willpower is going down. Your body's getting stressed. Eventually something's going to happen, right? Your body can only take so much. Now, the physical hunger, right, is going to cause mental stress. The mental stress for most people after a certain amount of time is going to cause an emotional response. Okay, that emotional response can come out in a million different forms. Number one, binging. We all have done it. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you say, we've all cheated on our diet, we've all binged. Emotional eaters, that's normal, that's completely normal, it's 100% fine, it just means we're human. If your goal is to adhere to your diet, whether it's just for your own general fat loss goals, or whether even if it's to gain weight, if you have physique goals or competition goals or whatever it is, you obviously need some sort of way to combat that emotional response, right? Now, the way you combat that emotional response is finding that source of motivation that hits closest to home. Now, if that means you get in the gym and, for instance, before, everybody has their way of psyching themselves up. Before you jump on a bench press or a squat, you think of that one thing that just motivates the hell out of you. It could be your buddy, God forbid, your buddy that passed away, and he was really, really, really into weightlifting. So every time you lift, you think about him and it just fires you up, almost as if you want to continue training hard for him or her. That's going to help you with your emotional response. So find that one thing that helps you combat that emotional response. A motivational video on the internet. It could be absolutely anything, guys. And I find for me, that is what helps me the most during the day. The people that you see able to achieve, great physiques, the majority of them, it's not because they have, granted, I do think genetics are a part of it. People that have been able to achieve great physiques in terms of leanness and getting extremely lean and shredded, and people see that on the internet, a lot of times it doesn't simply just come down to they were just lucky. It comes down to the fact that they were able to find that one thing in them that hits closest to home. Mental fortitude varies from person to person, but I personally think it comes down to being able to find that one thing within you that just makes you feel like you take on the whole world. And if you can find out what that one thing is, you will find a strength in yourself that you never knew was there.